Hi everyone, it's Oliver, otherwise known as OJ Slay on Instagram. I use they, them pronouns, and I upload Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Boop. In today's video, I use all makeup that I think has fallen off, kind of been forgotten by the makeup world. Doesn't mean they're bad, doesn't mean they're cancelled. If you're interested to see which products I thought have fallen off and how they work, having not used them in a minute, then keep on watching. So, first forgotten product is the No Poreblem Primer by Touch in Soul. This was like Jeffree Star's favorite primer for like a year, and then he like stopped talking about it. So I'm gonna be going into this. It's just like a typical pore filling primer, so I'm mostly just gonna keep it in the center of my face, right here. Alright, and now my pores are filled. So for foundation, I have the Coverage Foundation from The Ordinary. This brand is currently super popular for their skincare. But they had foundation, and I remember a bunch of YouTubers loving this at one point. And then it just kind of disappeared. So I haven't worn this in a really long time, so I don't know if the color matches me, but I'm going to apply it with a brush. So I think this is oxidizing a little bit. Alright, so now I think I'm looking a tiny bit orange. I think this was a little bit too dark for me, but I'm going to be going in with the Huda Beauty, the Overachiever Concealer. This was like huge for like a minute, and then she was gone. It's the one with like the metal applicator, so I haven't used this in a super long time, so I'm just going to put it on. Ugh, I hate the fragrance in this one. Alright, now that I have that concealer on, it's time to set, but I don't have a setting powder that was forgotten about with me, so I'm just going to set with my Maybelline Loose Fit Me, and I will be right back. Alright, so now that I'm all set, I have an interesting brow product. This is the like brow cushion. It was called the Sculpt and Boost brow from Iconic London. I don't know if you guys remember this, but it hard to open. But it kind of like went viral for a second because it's like two colors and it's like a liquid cushion for your eyebrows. Now, A, this is not the easiest to work with, and B, ew, the brush is like hard. Alright, so I'll be using my own brush today. That's canceled. Alright, so let's see how this goes. So it's like filling in my brows okay, but I'm having trouble getting it to pick up on like the edges of my brows, so I can't really get a defined shape. Alright, so I don't love how the brows are looking, but I think this is the best I can get them right now, so I'm going to move on. Next, time for some eyeshadow. I have a kind of interesting option. The Prism palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. If you don't recall, this is what it looks like on the inside. I remember everyone was shook about this like yellowish shade sphere. So like it's not bad or anything. It just, they've come out with such better palettes since then. So this is what I'm going to be using on the eyes today. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of concealer on my lids and I will be back. Alright, so I just put a little bit of concealer on my lid. I'm now remembering why I don't love this concealer. It's a little bit too matte for my taste, and so it makes my under eyes look a little bit, like just a tiny bit dry. So, let's get started on the eyeshadow. So to start, I'm going to take the shade Parallel, which is this deep brown, and I'm going to take it on a Morphe JH40 and just pack it in the outer corner. So the thing about ABH shadows is they're typically super good and easy to use. So hopefully this lives up to my memory and it's still really good. So now that I have the shade Parallel packed on, I'm going to go into Saturn, which is this really warm toned brownish neutral, but not really neutral because it's warm tone, so I don't know why I said neutral. And I'm just going to blend into more of my crease. Alright, so one thing about this palette is it does have lots of fallout, as you can kind of see already building up. And I think it's the eyeshadow base, this concealer, since it's kind of matte, is making it a tiny bit patchy. But I will persevere. Next, I'm going to be taking a JH31, and I'm going to go into Eden, which is this peachy shade right here. And I'm just gonna blend this out. I think it's the eyeshadow base, but this looks patchy the house down. Because I know this concealer kind of grabs onto under eye powder sometimes. So maybe it's doing the same thing with shadows, which is great. Okay, so I think that's as good as I'm gonna get it. It looks better, doesn't look amazing, but it's time for a lid shade. So on the lid, I'm gonna be using a Morphe M166, and I think I'm going to take this cool light blue purplish shade called Dimension, which is right here. Wow, this looks so much darker on my lid than it did in the pan. Alright, now I'm just going to do my under eye and I will be right back. Alright, so I just did the under eye on this side. I'm not mad at it. This eye look doesn't look amazing, but it doesn't look awful. It is what it is. So I'm going to go to the other side and I'll be right back. Alright, so I just finished the other eye off camera and now it's time for mascara. Alright, so for mascara, I have the Benefit Bad Gal Bang. I used to love this stuff, but then once my tube ran out, I didn't buy another one. This is just gonna be like the leftovers of my original tube. I'd recommend it. It just was like everywhere. Everyone loved it. For like a hot minute, everyone was into it. And now, I haven't heard anyone talking about it for a minute. So, I'm gonna pop this on, and then I'm gonna pop some lashes on, because like, lashes change all the time. It's never like everyone needs to wear the same lash, whatever. And I will be right back. Alright, so now I have lashes on and it's time to finish up the face. Alright, so to start I have something that might not be a very popular opinion. Unpopular opinion. Don't at me. But Glossier girl. So, the Cloud Paint. I have the one in the shade Beam, which is a liquid blush, was like super popular. It's still pretty popular. It's not dead. But like every beauty guru was using Glossier in a video at one point. And that has since died down. It's still a great product. I don't want Glossier stands coming for me. But it's not as popular as it once was. So I just put it on. I use this Beauty Blender foundation as a palette like all the time. I'm just gonna dip my brush in there. This might be a lot, and just blend it in. See, it's so pretty. I prefer a cream blush so that I don't have to like squirt it out and then put it on. But I really like this one. Alright, so now that I have the cream blush on, it's time for some bronzing. The item that I have here is for both bronzing and sculpting. This is the Naked Skin Shapeshifter by Uban Decay. I don't know if y'all remember this, but it was the one that has creams on one side and powders on the other. This is the first high-end contour product that I owned. But to bronze, I'm just going to be dipping into the warmer shade a little bit. If my memory serves me, this is quite pigmented, so I'm just going to tap it off quite a bit and just start to bronze a little. Yep, I was right. This is fairly pigmented. Alright, now that I've bronzed a little bit, I'm going to be going in with the contour shade right here. And just sculpt a little bit. So now that I'm sculpted, since I have it in this palette, I'm going to be taking a little bit of this brightening shade on the brush that I used to set my under eyes and just go over it a little bit. So for blush today, I'm going to be using the Burt's Bees blush in the shade Bare Peach. I remember this got super popular. I feel like a broken record. I keep saying it, super popular, whatever. This got super popular and then haven't heard anyone talk about it in a hot minute. And I definitely haven't used it in an even hotter minute. Alright, this blush isn't too bad. It's a little bit matte for my taste, but I don't hate it. Today for highlight, I'm going to be using this Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder in the shade Summer Haze. Now, I love this. I love this one. But I think that loose highlighters have kind of been left in the past for a lot of people. They're not bad. Just like pressed highlighter formulas I think have gotten a lot better. And you can get a super intense highlight without using a loose highlight. and it's just a little bit less messy. Now, I haven't used this in a very long time, and I remember it's super intense. It's like you have to build slowly, otherwise you get like... Alright, so this highlight is super pretty. I think like a theme in this video is like, just because products aren't that popular anymore does not mean they aren't still bomb. For lips, I have a bunch of options. First option is this Kylie lipstick in shade Vacay, which is a super hot fuchsia. Kylie launches lots and lots and lots of lip products. So like, they're not bad, just like, it's hard to remember what's what. 2 summers ago, Fenty came out with a gloss collection. It was 2 trios, this was one of them. These are all kind of cute, not as good as Gloss Bomb though, unfortunately. And then the other option from Fenty is this. I don't know if y'all remember this, but this is the Cosmic Gloss in shade Plutonic Relationship. Crazy, crazy bright metallic gloss. I also won't be using this, but this was a really old collection from Fenty. I think one of their first limited edition collections. And if you remember this, you are an OG. Next, I have a gloss from MAC. This is one of the Patrick Ta ones in shade Cream Pie. But MAC comes out with lots of limited edition collections, and so they typically get popular and then fall off pretty soon when they're replaced by another MAC collection. And then my last option is this liquid lip in shade Jaybird from Laura Lee. This one's pretty. I think I'm gonna use this one. Alright, so this is a lipstick and I don't love it. I loved it more 3 years ago. This is a liquid matte lipstick, which was all the rage for a second. But I don't love them that much now. And this color is like kind of gray. And the applicator was pretty crappy. Maybe it's just because this one's old. Because it's feeling kind of dry, I'm actually going to put the MAC gloss on top. This is kind of my favorite way to apply lip gloss. I just bounce around the lip so I don't get the applicator dirty, because it doesn't disturb the lipstick underneath as much. And then it kind of just blends in, and I take a finger and pat it in. Alright, so this is the final look. Honestly, I didn't really hate anything. Things that I didn't love the most are maybe the concealer, because it made the eyeshadow a little bit harder to work with, and the liquid lipstick because I don't love the color, and the applicator was kind of hard to work with. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please leave me a like and a comment down below. I really appreciate it. I have a giveaway coming up at 100 subscribers, so if you're excited, let me know. So I'm currently at 96 subscribers when making this, so maybe by Wednesday or Monday I'll have 100. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good one.